Hello everyone, today we're talking about the 2020 election and election science. This is a oversimplified version. There is an in-depth version coming, but I feel like a 15 to 20 minute video creates an unnecessary barrier to entry for knowing some very basic political science. So if you want to know more, subscribe and be on the lookout for that video coming out shortly. I think really long videos is a problem with a lot of political YouTubers. Politics is a complicated topic and entry-level topics should be made accessible because the more young people who are informed, even if it's just at a surface level, is a win for America. So let's jump in the swing states and how they work.
I'm sure they think again if they had a friend like Ben.
This year, these 9 states are swing states. Now, if you're looking at these states and you're an amateur prognosticator, you could come up with a guess like this. This would be a fair guess because they're all toss-ups, right? That's what swing state means, right? The term swing state would have you believe that, but not all swing states are toss-ups or could really go both ways. The easiest way to explain this is using football. My non-sports people, don't click off. I promise you won't need to know football in order to understand. So let's assume this end zone is Wyoming, the most Republican state in the country, and this end zone is Massachusetts, which is the most Democratic state in the country. Now, I've added additional states to the field for additional context. The closer a state is to their end zone, the more partisan they are. The closer a state is to the 50-yard line, the more up for grabs it is. So I've added our swing states now to the field. As you can see, Michigan is on the Democrats' 40th yard line, while Texas is on the GOP's 30th yard line. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Florida are on the 50-yard line, while Arizona and North Carolina are on the GOP's 45th yard line, and finally, Georgia and Ohio are on the GOP's 40th yard line. Elections are a referendum on the party in power. The GOP currently controls the White House. So because of that, the Democrats have the ball. The GOP's mishandling of COVID has led to a weak defense, which is why the Dems getting to the 30th yard line is very possible. Whoever controls the 50-yard line wins the game. All additional yardage gain just adds to the margin of victory. So now it's November 3rd. It's election day. The Democrats are going to run the ball. A few things can happen when they run the ball. The GOP can tackle them in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. That would make Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Florida red because it is now in the GOP's backfield. Perhaps something goes massively wrong on the play, then the GOP could tackle the Dems for a 10-yard loss, and now Michigan is also red. In both scenarios, the GOP wins the football game. However, this election, it's likely that the Dems will gain at least 1 yard on the running play, meaning when they do, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Florida turn blue because they are now in the Democrats' backfield and the Democrats have won the game. The Dems running the ball on this play to the 30th yard line is possible, but it's unlikely. But there's a big enough a chance that it could happen that Texas has now become a swing state. And as you can tell from this, swing states are not exactly toss-ups, but rather the incumbent party hasn't played good enough defense for that partisan level during their term, so the opposition party has room to take it. You'll notice something about this example. There's no scenario where Michigan goes red but Texas goes blue. In order for Texas to go blue, the Dems would have to break out a long run. That involves capturing all of these states beforehand. The simple answer as to why Texas can't go blue without Pennsylvania or North Carolina or Georgia is because of demographics. If Georgia is more liberal than Texas, it is very unlikely that Texas would go blue if Georgia didn't. That's the oversimplified version though. Think of swing states as yardage, and the yards are partisan scores. You can't get to the 30-yard line without passing the 40-yard line.